god. But we're gonna have the second of this best of three match, Ego, and I still haven't adjusted the interface. I'm such a goober. In the upper left, we have our green Protoss player once again, Daddy from Team or Clan Dargok, and in the bottom right, in the yellow trunks, we have Ego, our Terran from Team RNG. Alrighty, so alrighty. Currently in StarCraft, amongst these players, I'm the only one managing them, so I do apologize that this has to happen right here. Hopefully I can get a volunteer for future events who will be able to handle this or at least help me. But for now, I will gladly handle this. I love doing this. I'm actually having a lot of fun. I really am. But there we go with the opening barracks, and of course the gateway. It looks like it's going to be pretty similar to the last game, at least so far. I'm curious to see if Ego will be... okay. I'm curious to see if Ego will be doing the same thing. And challenge. If he's going to be as aggressive as last game, if he's going to make that timing push and just do a heck of a lot of damage. Yeah, so pretty standard so far. I have to say that this map is, it can be, at least on the ladder, pretty difficult to deal with. Just there are so many opportunities for her, in particular Protoss, to do cannon rushes and the like. But also Terran, I've noticed, has been more prone to do bunker rushes. Believe I've even seen a couple in some pro matches where they've done bunker rushes, which I haven't seen pros do since basically Wings of Liberty. And yeah, so I'm here comes the Reaper Scout. He's going to be crossing the map here. He's not going to meet a lot of resistance, of course, but there's nothing really for him to find. He's going to be able to confirm, though, and feel safe in the fact that, you know, Daddy is taking that natural. Daddy is... I think there are some Daddy jokes about to come up. But Daddy is going to be busy for a while in his office. That is his natural. See, I'm already doing it. I'm terrible. The Mothership Core is gonna... Ooh! Ah! You don't see that much. Ugh. Well, you see it a lot, but it's always brutal. Like, this poor little probe is being murdered by this Reaper that's just, you know, coming along to see things. It's like an American tourist on the Galapagos Islands, killing birds. I'm terrible. If you give me no other constructive criticism tonight, give me constructive criticism on my jokes. I need help. And the Reaper is going to murder another frickin' probe. He's eliminating that bunker, or he canceled that bunker, rather. So I wonder if that's because he knows that he's not going to be facing any aggression from the Protoss player. I would imagine that's the case. But, you know, it's those small little adjustments that, you know, make these players who they are. Like, Ego is making, you know, a risk-reward decision there. He's saying, well, I don't see any aggression coming. I'm safe for the next few minutes. And he's probably not going to build a bunker. And, you know, in this case, obviously, it is probably, you know, worth not building the bunker and building an extra SCV or being able to build that barracks a little bit faster, or that factory. Speaking of, has he constructed his factory yet? He's getting the tech lab. But, there are some larger decisions that these players are going to make later on down the line that are just going to basically make or break their game. In the arena of StarCraft, there is no try, there's only do, and if you do the wrong thing, you die. there we go with the proxy Stargate. I feel kind of like a doofus because I didn't spot this a bit earlier, but this is definitely critical. This Oracle is probably actually going to do a little bit of damage. There are no Marines in the main, but there is a turret that's being constructed. It looks like it's going to go up, but not before he does quite a bit of damage. I think he'll even sacrifice that Oracle to do more damage. Yeah, and if we look at the workers lost tab, he lost a total of 9 workers. Or, I'm sorry, yeah. He lost a total of 9 workers to that one Oracle, excuse me. And it definitely stings, but it's not game-ending by any stretch of the imagination. And with Ego garrisoning his Marines up in his main, and since he has those turrets down, I think he's pretty safe from any further Oracle aggression. That Void Ray and the next probably few Void Rays that are coming out will definitely be more dangerous. No hanky panky, you two. Yeah. It's not that kind of stream. But with a few more gateways on the way, I wonder if Daddy changed up this build because he expects Ego to do the same thing, and it definitely looks like he is. He got that factory. He's getting the starport now. I think, honestly, it's really surprising to see that you know, a Terran player not getting any kind of Hellion or any kind of Widow Mines, not utilizing that factory except to, you know, build a reactor. Because Ego didn't, I believe, he didn't use that factory all game. And of course, he's moving out with a very similar force. He's doing the exact same build. And when he moves out, he's going to get a nasty surprise. He's going to have 3 Void Rays. And alright, so we see that Ego is moving out, and Daddy is not going to catch him out in the open. He's going to wait. He's going to attack the main, probably. He's also going to warp in a few Zealots to help. Let me whip this out. Alright, so action's happening. He can wait. So he's definitely going to be able to take out the natural, of course. There's not a lot that Daddy has to defend with. He's going to force field that ramp. That might just save him, but it's not looking good. He definitely needs way more units. He's supply blocked. This might be GG. He needs to do a lot of damage here at Ego's main. He's not going to be able to win in a base race, but then again, he does have these Void Rays. We're going to have to see. He's going to rip right through into the main. He's not going to bother to eliminate the natural entirely. He's just going to press on in. And he'll need to be very careful. Take out that turret. He does force field the turret. That's great. That's great. He prevents Ego from repairing that turret and doing more damage to these Void Rays. These Void Rays are so critical to Daddy's push. Meanwhile, back in Daddy's main, Ego's just knocking down these buildings. This is a bona fide base race, and it's all up to these Void Rays. It's all up to how Daddy engages and ends this battle. And he's actually expanded to the 6 o'clock position. And, man, actually Ego's going to spot this. I'm afraid to see, you know, whether Daddy's army can actually stand up to Ego. I'm not sure if he could. There's just so many Marines here, they would knock those Void Rays out of the sky, but there are enough force fields here to be dangerous, enough Zealots here to be dangerous, and this Oracle as well will be very effective against Marines, as long as they all hit and take a great, or hit at the same time and take a great engagement. Daddy's still definitely in the running, and Ego is going to run down to the 6 o'clock position. He's still trying to clean things up with his SCVs up at the 12 o'clock, but, you know, it all kind of comes down to how this engagement goes down. These Void Rays. I'm waiting. I don't think that Ego's going to engage here. He's going to try to knock down this orbital command. And of course, Ego's still trying to knock things down with his own SCVs. Alrighty. So it seems as if things have been pretty evened out for both of them. He still has this orbital command here, but only one Void Ray attacking it. I believe he's not producing anything right now. Not that he really could. He should try to produce probes so he can at least stay in the running. But then again, what do I know? Oh, that factory is going to burn down. And that orbital command is definitely in dire straits, but here comes the engagement. These zealots are going to run forward. Great force fields. He's going to be able to section off a part of this army and cut it away. And these Void Rays, of course, are trying to get a kill on the medevac. The medevac will escape, and Daddy is just trying to search for a better engagement. Ego actually making a run towards the 6 o'clock position. He's going to be able to take out this base, and Daddy's just going to let him do it. This is definitely getting down to the wire. Neither player has the ability to produce a new town hall building or to even make really even more buildings. Ego is going to get revealed, and Daddy's going to go about trying to hunt him down, but Daddy's just about to be revealed as well. Yep, and there he goes. So it's all about who can kill who faster. And of course, Ego has built this extra supply depot. This Viking even getting down on the ground to try to do more damage. But if he can knock out these last few buildings, he will be good to go. Daddy may actually squeeze this win in. And here are the medevacs. And the Oracles are going to try to engage and knock out as many Marines as they possibly can. That's who they're targeting. That's who they have to target. And it looks like Daddy's going to be able to close this out. GG, and we will be going to the third game.